All right, we're joined by Scott Zolak, who called the game on 98.5, the Sports Hub, along with Bob Sosi. And Zo, I think everybody's sitting here saying 2 weeks to go before the regular season. What does this offensive line need to do to get ready?
I mean, they've been shuffling deck chairs around for a couple weeks now. Guys are going down, guys are out there. But a guy like Michael Wynn, who played a lot of football, I mean, they tell him, hey, you got to back up. And I think that's going to be a point of emphasis. It's uncalled for to have 4 of those in one half. I watch Kansas City. Their guys are in the backfield all the time, going back to last year. So the league doesn't like that. They want to get these guys up in the line. They look like they're in punt formation. But that's communication. Once you're warned on the sideline, head coach Gerard said that's got to be on me too. I got to go get after him. Peters, the offensive line coach, gave it to him on the sidelines, but something's just not transferring here. It's inexcusable to have 4 of those.
Well, and again, penalties aside, is this offensive line good enough to protect Jacoby and, God forbid, he goes out and then Drake Maye?
I'm starting to get tired a little bit of the let's not hurt Drake Maye, but I mean, if he can play and he's your best guy, and Gerard was asked, hey, if Jacoby goes down, could Drake go? And a little bit of uncertainty there. I think Drake Maye's your number 2 guy. He goes, regardless of what happens.
Any chance in your mind, do you think maybe Drake's the number 1 guy?
That wouldn't shock me. Just based
and
on
what have you seen from him?
Sort of what we've seen.
Right.
We've seen him climb the ladder here over the course of the last 2 or 3 weeks. I think 3 weeks ago, content being number 2. It's okay. I'm not the number 1 guy. I think now he wants to be the number 1 guy. And Jacoby's sort of there, and then Drake's coming up. And when that point hits, that's what he plays.
And what do you see from him as a quarterback that he's doing so well to get to where he's at that point?
Confidence in the pocket. I like the way he sat in the pocket tonight, threw under duress. I think he hit his hand off helmet a couple times. I think I saw him flexing the hand, but he hung in there. The play breaks down, makes a play with KJ Osborne. Play gets called back, but little things like that you didn't see from Mack.
All right, final 2 questions.
Bring up Mack,
one the rookies. Yeah. What have you seen besides Drake? What have you seen from Polk and Baker?
I like Polk.
And what have you seen from them?
Yeah, that's what I said to Polk. I said, you seem like the same guy every day. Yeah. Practice, games, shows up and plays.
Great hands.
Seems like he's a 4-year pro already.
Yep.
I look at a guy like him, he could be your number 1 guy. And I mean, that's a lot to ask for 2 rookies. You're talking about Drake Maye, a 21-year-old, and you got Jalen Polk, a second-rounder. Go out there in Cincinnati, make plays against a team that should be a Super Bowl contender.
All right, finally get 2 weeks to get ready for Cincinnati.
Hey, Skyline Chili. You go out there for a lot of games, right? I'm not doing Montgomery Inn. I'm doing Skyline Chili.
Okay.
Extra onions, baby.
And what do you think will happen once you're done the Skyline Chili? Not to you personally, but to the football team.
Well, I mean, it's more about Steve Burns. Steve Burns should be on that trip, right?
Yeah.
I mean, first game of the season. Hopefully Steve's working that day. That'd be nice to see Steve out there in Cincinnati with the rest of us workers.
But do you?
Mike Reese, he's back at home too.
Yeah, Mike's mad. Yeah. Can this team get a victory in Cincinnati? How do they do it?
You can do anything week 1.
Yeah.
You can do anything week 1. We've been in a spot before when we were the contenders and when that banner was dropping, teams would come in and potentially pop us. You remember Kansas City coming in with Alex Smith popping us week 1. So crazy things happen on week 1. That's where you take advantage of not knowing anything. You know nothing about this New England Patriot team.
All right,
you might not know who the quarterback is till game time.
Get ready.
Buddy. Thanks.
Should be fun.
See you guys.